Hello, this short video is designed to introduce you briefly to 3 alternative assessment ideas. Each of them has proven to be very useful for authentically assessing how well your students are reaching the goals that you set down for your course. First, annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is simply a list of intentionally gathered source materials formatted properly to the academic standards of your discipline, as in any standard bibliography. However, each citation also has further information, the annotations, created and added by your students. These annotations can be brief summaries of the resources cited, or analyses, applications, critiques, etc. Students compose annotations in line with whatever it is that they intend to use the resources for. Usually, these annotated sources then become key building blocks for a term paper under construction in your course. As the instructor, your job is to show your students how to write good annotations for a variety of purposes, and then grade them according to how well they have achieved your clear expectations. Here is an example of an annotated bibliography. Notice the alphabetically arranged, correctly formatted citations, each supplemented by brief notes. Number 2, fact sheets. Fact sheets are a challenge, let's just face it. Most fact sheets are overloaded and try to pack too much information into them, and they become so busy as to be headache-inducing. After endless searching, I finally found the following great example of a fact sheet. It is a COVID-19 fact sheet from the European Union. Notice the following. 1. It is visually attractive and draws you in rather than repel you, with a too much information vibe. 2. Its purpose is clear. Basic COVID-19 facts for the general public from a public health perspective to help stem the pandemic. 3. Accordingly, it sticks to the 4 most important concepts and does not go into too much detail about any of them. And 4, with the result that in a quick glance and with a quick read, the public can get the most important information about COVID-19 in a way that helps to organize it in their brains. So if your students can produce something with these 4 qualities about a topic within your course, they must really know their stuff. So here are the criteria for good fact sheets. They're attractive, organized, not overly busy. They're focused on one main purpose. They are lean, but they contain the essential information, not too much information. They're easy to read, follow, and understand. A third assessment, oral exams. Perhaps your experience with oral exams is with those of the comprehensive kind while defending your thesis. However, here we are talking instead about small oral exams to act as a complementary piece to your other assessments. They are a way of getting sort of an in-person experience with each student in order to get a sense of how reliable the other assessment pieces may have been. They're usually a place to ask challenging, higher-level questions that, for example, ask the students to apply the learning they demonstrated on a previous test to solving a dilemma that you pose in the oral exam. If the previous assessment was reliable, then the student should be able to respond effectively to the question. Note, however, that some students might feel debilitating anxiety in such situations. One way to get them ready for the stress of oral tests is to place them in groups in Zoom and have them orally test one another as practice. The questions could be ones you provide because they test the most important concepts that you want to emphasize, and this gives them a chance to study in effect. Or they could be student-made exam questions, where the students will have to know the material very thoroughly to make up good questions. So that in itself becomes another form of study.
For more information and lots of practical ideas, go to our UR Courses Guides page at this link shown at the bottom of this slide. Use the live buttons within the blue squiggle that we've added to this screenshot to navigate to the resources that most interest you as you move to remote teaching. This video was brought to you by Flexible Learning's Remote Learning Team. We are here to help.